blacktop went up so high. So those calculations need to be accurate for the future to protect ourselves.
So, item number 2, which we were actually starting on, is whether or not you wanted this to be a public street, like the roads in there be public streets or not public streets.
There are no streets for public.
They're
Do
like,
you agree with this lot layout and agree that redesigning this with a cul-de-sac, a public street, is not practical, and that this lot layout is acceptable?
Just be driveway, something out on the Ridge Valley Road.
That's correct.
Steve, I think that was acceptable to the planning commission, is that correct?
Yes, and the rationale was the preservation of the estate lot in the center of the property, where normally you would put the road right in the center of the property and have lots stacked against it, where you can't do that on this property if you preserve the estate lot.
Right. Which I don't know, we run into a lot of problems with that issue anyway, a lot of times where, we get to be arguments about who's paying the road, who didn't pay their bill, you know, when you have a homeowners association associated with that, so I kind of would like to stay away from that myself. The interior road.
Yeah, no,
Individual.
I don't think it would be very practical here at all.
Yeah.
okay, so, all right, so you're okay with lane lots, which, now we were talking about was the need for road improvements, and what I heard you say is that Steve would give you an estimate as to the cost of those improvements, and you will defer this issue to this preliminary plan approval.
Right.
You'll defer until final plan approval the determination of whether the improvements will be required or whether a fee will be required. Is that correct?
That's pretty accurate.
Clearly, it doesn't behoove my client to pay more than the improvements would cost. They'll just put them in.
We understand that. Yeah, that's why we want a calculation.
And your client always has the option of preliminary.
Yeah.
Agree. Just, so we're all clear.
Okay, good. Okay. Any other questions?
I think, 11 is that just a continuation of 8?
No.
All right.
11 is the fee in lieu of for recreation land.
So is there a calculation on how much?
Yes, there, in the
It's in the township fee schedule.
fee schedule, there's a per lot price for that.
And, we'll probably be revisiting that come January, first reorganization meeting, that price might go up.
Which is a good thing with grandfather.
You said it.
Okay,
Do you have any direction for me, or you, as to whether or not you are going to, or the actual date, when I draft the resolution?
I think the action is. Because we're not gonna know what's gonna cost down the road.
Wait a minute.
You told about the driveway.
No.
we talked about recreation.
Recreation, I think you take the money.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
For farm.
Yeah, it would be 8,400 square feet of, and so that's not gonna get you a whole lot of land,
Right.
so, and then 14, the planning scheme.
The planning commission was satisfied, unless you want to go into more detail on that, I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem.
No, I was at the planning commission meeting, I'm fine with it.
And then the last thing is street lighting.
Street lighting is something that we should be considering because when the village is built.
But do we wanna add that in with the future plan, the future set aside? Yeah.
Can we put the lights in?
Huh?
I think I put the lights in now. What are we gonna do? I mean, we're gonna pay for it when it becomes a part of adjacent to the building. That's not a very great road. And you get 13 driveways coming in.
Five new driveways.
Biden's driving his car, it's true. Yeah, I think so too. It's gonna be a dangerous spot.
Now, said that the planning commission toyed with the option of a driveway lamp post instead of traditional street light. I don't know what your thoughts on that.
The ordinance isn't very specific about that. It is very specific about streetlights at intersections, street intersections. We don't have any street intersections. It just says lighting. So I would agree with Steve that if we're going to do something, it makes more sense to do more of a driveway post light on a photo cell. The neighbors, there's more light. That will give more light than is there now, so we don't want to overwhelm the neighbors with the light that we're adding to the streetscape.
I see that concept. I would support something like that.
And
Well, they're asking us.
you're right, there's questions associated with that, and they are, when you put in streetlights, the second class township code says that the residents, so it would be the initial developer, has to petition the township to establish a streetlight district. And the township establishes a streetlight district, and then those streetlights get taxed, and Suzanne's put the cost of the streetlights gets taxed. If you're going to have driveway posts, who's gonna pay for them? How are you gonna make sure that property owners know that those aren't just there at their option and for their convenience, so that the second property owner doesn't take down the driveway post because they don't want that right there? So those questions have to be determined, it has to be, so you might wanna come up with a proposal, as Mr. Duval suggested, to, don't make a face, to tell the board how you're going to ensure, be it a homeowners association or be it a declaration of covenant, that how you're going to ensure that those driveway lights or driveway post lights actually stay in place, and who's gonna pay for them?
First of all, we have no homeowners association that's needed for this development yet. I would suggest that declaration of covenants and restrictions could be done up. There will be that. There will be stormwater management facilities as well as BMPs on the project. So there will be a stormwater maintenance and operation agreement that does go along with this. Moreover, the post lights could be installed within the right-of-way easement, so that if it's in your easement, you have more control as to their continuing function, and certainly that they cannot be removed, opposed to them being on outside of the right-of-way and on the lots. I never really thought about this to this degree, but that is something that could provide you with more enforcement power. If it's in the easement, that they make sure that they stay there.
So you're suggesting that with driveway post lights, that the board of that your people are going to petition the board to establish a streetlight district?
No, I'm not. These
That's
lights,
right.
these lights would be privately owned and maintained. This is not going to be a burden on the taxpayers. This is gonna be, they're gonna be owned and maintained and paid for by the residents. But I think what I'm hearing is you wanna make sure that the resident or the second resident doesn't come in and say, I don't like that, I'm taking it down. Whereas if it's in the right of way, you can say, no, you're not taking it down. I'm just saying that.
I'm not so much, I'll leave that to you and Steve to figure out where they should be located, but if we're gonna do a declaration of covenants and restrictions, then it should address the fact that they can't be taken down and that the homeowner is responsible for maintaining and paying you.
Where at the meeting.
Okay, all right.
That was all the questions I
Yes,
had.
ma'am.
Do you have any more questions, Jim? Don?
No.
All right, so, yes,
John Swartuck, 715 Ridge Valley Road. Since this is a major subdivision, is there no open space set-aside requirement?
I think they just said that there was an open space set-aside requirement of 8,400 square feet, and the board elected to take up the fee in lieu alternative.
For how many acres?
It's a matter of how many lots. So what the ordinance requires is 1,400 square feet per dwelling unit.
That's recreation land, Mary.
As opposed
There
to
is no
open
open space required with this use.
Yeah, I think, John, what you're thinking of is the, I say down on Clymer Avenue, I'm thinking of the old heritage developments there. Those higher density developments that are on smaller lots, they have a percentage of area, overall site area that has to be open space. This is not that type of a cluster subdivision, it's just straight up single family lots, and it doesn't have a percentage open space requirement. There's a separate recreation requirement, and that's what we're talking about.
One more thing on the street
Oh,
lights.
excuse me, Mary, okay, Mary, you go ahead, yeah.
The fixture will be, the type of fixture will be submitted to the board as part of the final plan approval.
Sure. I'm envisioning a colonial type post light.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Is that your last question? or-
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You had a question, sir?
Don White, Allentown Road.
Yeah.
I guess I need some explanation on exactly what the road will be here. Is it going to be a driveway for each resident out to the road? Is it going to be a private road going in there? What exactly is the road?
Driveways.
Each lot have its own driveway.
Each lot is going to have its own driveway coming out through Allentown Road.
Yeah.
Ridge
No,
Valley.
Ridge Valley,
Ridge
Ridge
Valley,
Valley,
sorry,
yeah.
from Allentown Road.
Okay. All right, where are we here? Is this for preliminary approval based on?
Yes. And so you just want to direct me, it doesn't take a vote to recommend prepare a resolution for your consideration.
Approval. All right, okay. So, in a second, all in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Steve?
Okay, I only have one other item, not on the agenda, but it just came up today. If you recall, the township has a state mandated MS4 program, which is our municipal septic storm sewer. And every few years, we have to update that program. And under this year's cycle, they added a whole other phase or aspect to the program, which is a PRP plan. It's sediment reduction of stormwater into receiving streams that are in urbanized areas of the township. So it's only specific areas of the township, primarily down in the southern end of the township. In any event, we submitted that plan earlier this year. We had a public meeting, we advertised it, and we were summarily rejected by DEP, as were 99% of the other plans submitted across the state. So the DEP set up new guidelines on how they wanted the information shared to be made, and they allowed us to submit it in incremental phases. So we've been working on that all year. Just today, we got an email back saying, we're happy with your plan presented. So we have to go through the advertising process again. What I'm asking for tonight is authorization to advertise for a 30-day public comment period. We'll provide the plan, the physical map and the narrative plan to the township, so they can post it on the website. And then at your February meeting, because the 30-day period will take us past your January meeting, and you could have a public meeting at your February meeting to discuss the option.
Second? All in favor?
That's all I have, unless there's any questions.
Thank you. Motion to approve the engineer's report?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Solicitor's report?
Yeah, there's only one item under the solicitor's report this evening, and that's an amendment to your open space, your building code appeals board. When the state enacted the statewide building code and you opted into that program in 2004, one of the requirements was that each municipality had to have a UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, Construction Code, appeals board. And, that board would determine disputes that property owners had with the building code official. You are in a joint appeals board with Silverdale Borough, Dublin Borough, and East Rockhill Township. One of the problems that we've been having in the past couple of years is on the infrequent times when there is an appeal. It's hard to get 5 members together, which is what the ordinance requires. So this is an amendment to the existing agreement between the municipalities, and in order to enter into an agreement with other municipalities, you have to adopt an ordinance. So what I'm coming, before you tonight with is an ordinance authorizing you to sign an amendment to the agreement, which will do a couple of things. One, it requires every municipality to appoint members so that there's more members in the pool, and then allows hearings to be held with 3 members instead of the 5 members that were required before. And this ordinance has been advertised for each of the municipalities, each of the 4 municipalities who are members, and it is before you this evening for consideration. It will need a public hearing, which means people get to comment on it if they would like.
Okay. Is there any comments?
I have none. You're opening it up for a public hearing?
Oh, well, if you want to take board comment first and then.
Yeah. No, I
was just checking. see if
Okay,
the board
yeah.
has any comments.
No, I support the
Okay,
plan.
so I'm saying, I will open this up for public comment. Seeing none? Charlie?
Charlie Gunness, Shipwreck Road. Anyway, on your monies that you,
Charlie, this is just public comment on
oh, I'm
this
sorry.
agenda item.
This issue.
Wrong
Yeah,
subject.
hang on, okay, thank you. Is there any public comment on the UCC board ordinance? Seeing none, I'll close the public comment.
And then if you wanted to adopt it, your motion would be a motion to authorize the adoption of ordinance 239.
So moved.
And a second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Get a motion to approve the solicitor's report.
Yes, I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Township manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First item is the treasurer's report, ending November 30th, 2018. The general fund has a balance of $436,371.28. Highway aid, $99,610.53. Open space, $1,007,536.83. The park fund, $7,263.55. The equipment fund, $15,410.47. Highway capital, $126.26. The street light, $32,977.50. The reserve funds, the general fund reserve, $324,513.49. Open space Vanderfield, $50,599. Sewage maintenance fund, $169,918.82. The stormwater fund, $5,900.902.68. And the escrow funds, $352,769.62. You also have a copy of the bills.
I get a motion to approve.
So moved. I'll second it.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
The next, the next item is the 2019 budget.
Can we hold on 1 second? I did say we would allow people time to comment on the budget. If you would give your report first, and then we will allow people to have something to say that's other than what we've already discussed, because I think we spent enough time on that. You can make a small comment about that if you want, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was properly, at last month's meeting, you advertised, gave the authorization to advertise. It's been advertised, it's going to the website. It's for your adoption tonight. There's just some small items that we're gonna take care of this year, such as paving the parking lot, fixing the public works roof, the park expansion, the tot lot expansion, the benches, and the finishing of the codification project. Other than that, it's basically the same.
So, before it's approved or voted on, are there comments? Yes, right here.
My name is Gord Moyer from 125 Lonely Road. First off, I'd like to commend Supervisor Miller on lowering his insurance costs and his efforts to change the plan that we currently have. I'll assume that Mr. Duval, Mr. Kaiser are no votes, so I'll direct my comments to them the rest of the way. Neither one of you answered the question that was proposed to you from an ethical standpoint. You also used the language allowed to participate. Why don't you just change it to your thinking, and that is you're entitled. You really have the right and the ability to change this according to practice, and really look out for the West Rockhill taxpayers. And my final comment will be, it's actually a question, but it's not meant for you to answer, because I know you won't. What I will ask you, the two of you, is what is your plan for your own health insurance should you be voted out of office?
I should have also mentioned that public comment is 2.5 minutes, so Greg will be waving you down to your, and you did not, sir, so don't worry. Okay, Tony, I saw your hand next.
Yeah, Anthony Bogner, Klein Avenue. I have a couple questions in regard to that budget. In that budget, what's the legal fees for the compressor station? And is it